What's up, everybody? Bucks gang, I see y'all filling in the room. What up, 813 Sports? Ian and Hepker, the Pearl Harbor, Karen Ball, the Chief. It looks like we're going to be playing each other. Astro Bay, Sandoval 813, Armor Man 209, Truly Goated, Bucks Skull Gang in house. Woodard, Jayberg G, Joshua Allen, what up, bro? You wish, I see you. I mean, who doesn't celebrate the conference championship, Karen Ball, Chief? That means you're going to the Super Bowl. I know y'all did last year when y'all went. Let's just be real about it. Truly goated. Bucks Skull Gang in house. What's going on? Joshua Julian, Buccaneers fan 13 Mendez, Kent Jackson, Nicholas Sidaro, Max Killer, Azo, Jump 2, Nicholas Sidaro, The Red Pearl, Stephen Quintana, Alan Arriaga, Like Mike. I'm letting y'all fill in the room. I see we got 26 people. So, let me get this started. I mean, as y'all see in the title, I'm sure y'all watched it. The Bucks are not only in the Super Bowl, they're hosting the Super Bowl. History has been made. First ever team to host the Super Bowl. Fifth seed. Let's just recap a little bit of the season, y'all. We get Brady. I know I talked about this earlier when we made the playoffs. Jump to, no, I am not. I am in Orlando, Florida. So I'm an hour away from Tampa. Check this out. They said we go 7-9. They said we wouldn't win. They said we won't win the division, which we didn't. They said we won't make the playoffs, when we did. We finished 11-5. We didn't have an identity. They didn't know what we were. We didn't know what we were. They just put us together. Those last 4 games in the regular season was our time to come together, and which we did. Then they said, your offensive line is not going to hold up against the Redskins. It was a scary game, but we pulled out with the dub. Then they said, we will not beat the Saints. They have your number. We jumped that hurdle, 30-20 in New Orleans. Then they said, you're going to Lambeau. You are not going to win in the cold weather. Not thinking that when we went to the Super Bowl last time, we were in Philly in the cold and we won. We went to Lambeau, got the dub, and we're bringing it back to Tampa. We're back in the Super Bowl since 2002. Bucks fans, I would clap it up, but we're trying to put my son down. But everybody clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up, y'all. It's a great day to be a Bucks fan. If y'all have been around before 2002, afterwards, against all odds, in my Tupac voice, Ken Jackson, I hear it. Let me shout some more of y'all out, man. Let me shout some more of y'all out really quick. Tommy, Leverone. Oh, yeah, in our own stadium. History's made, my friend. You wish. Oh, I know they're salty. The media was going for Green Bay. They were going for A-Rod. They were going for him. We're not talking about what else we got. Yeah, we're in our own Super Bowl, no doubt. That's awesome. Hello, we're the NFC champions. Exactly. We definitely are. We definitely are, y'all. This is it. We are in the ship. The last time the Bucks were in the Super Bowl, I was in 8th grade. Y'all. 2002. Watched with my best friend at my neighbor's house and watched that ass kicking they put on the Raiders. I'm 32 now. I was able to watch this with my wife and family, my wife and son. My wife's also a Bucks fan, so it's great. So we got to watch history be made. We have done it, everybody. We get 2 weeks to rest up, come home, play on our home turf. This is it. This is what we did the offseason for. This is why we got Brady. This is why we got Gronk, Fournette, got AB midseason. The offensive line got better. Your mom was pregnant? Whoa, hold up, cuz. Hold up. Look at this. Joshua Julian. My mom was preggo with me. Damn, bro. That's what I'm talking about. All this to talk about Aaron Rodgers, not one word was said about this defense. Not at all. And let's just be real, yo. They didn't think after they beat the Rams, they thought there's no way Tampa's going to stop them. If the Packers can stop the number 1 defense, Tampa's not going to do it. Did you see the clamps that we put up on Aaron Rodgers, though? Yes, he threw 2 touchdowns. That's cool. But we got in his head. I was 4, and now I'm 23. King Cook, you are absolutely right. Clicking right now. Everything is clicking right now, right on time. Right on time. Truly good. It wasn't even born yet. 813 Sports. I was 11 months old when the Bucks won the Super Bowl. New banner to hang. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is going to be a post-game locker room. I know you were waiting on it. I thought about waiting for it tomorrow, but I was like, you know what? I did the last 2 games, but I definitely wanted to come down and do this, man. 8th grade too? Okay. Oh, yeah, Beauty Bay made a huge difference. Mickens was key in our return game. Yes, he was. He was good in our return game. Definitely was, bro. 32 like you. Okay, I see you, 88, baby. I see you. That's a good one. If y'all don't see this, 32 like you, bro. I ran down the street in my All-Star jersey screaming like I escaped Epstein Island. That's good. That's good. So look, I'm going to recap the game a little bit, the good, the bad, and then the obvious. And then I'm going to open the link up so we all can come in this locker room and do the damn thing and talk our shit, celebrate. Because they didn't think we were going to do it, y'all. They didn't. 76 needs his name back. You know what, bro? You know what, True Bucks fan? I was actually saying, you know what? I'm not going to give him his whole name back, but I will start calling him Donnie 76. I'm going to start saying Donnie 76. And I got that idea from You Wish, because You Wish said we should start calling him Donnie, and I agree. So I'm going to call him Donnie 76. Isaiah may feel otherwise, but I'm going to say Donnie 76. So let's go over the stats, my friends. Tom Brady, 20 for 36, 280, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We're going to get on that. We're going to get on that. Playoff Lenny, 12 carries, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. Rojo, 10 carries, 16 yards. Chris Godwin, that one key reverse to seal the game. Chris Godwin, 5 receptions, 110 yards. We're going to mention him a little later. Mike Evans started off hot, 3 for 51, a touchdown. Scott Miller, 2 for 36 for 1 touchdown, and that huge one to end the first half. Now, I know every last one of y'all Bucs fans jumped out of your seat and lost your voice possibly when Scotty got that touchdown. Because my legs, I almost kicked a hole in my wall when that happened. Awesomeness Sports, thank you, sir. Thank you. King Cook, Donnie 76 is balling all postseason. He has. I'm going to give it to him. I had to shout you out, You Wish. I had to shout you out. Willie Kennedy, y'all remember the sombrero? Let's go. Absolutely. King Cook, you know, Tyler Johnson had a big play. He dropped a big one too, but he came in when it mattered. He's definitely a good, reliable guy on 3rd down, by the way. Let's get on this defense. Devin White, 9 tackles, 6 assists. Sean Murphy Bunting, 6 tackles, and that one nice pick in the first half. Carlton Davis struggled a little bit. JPP, 3 tackles, 2 touchdowns. 2 assists, 2 sacks. When the Rams didn't get to him, JPP and Sack Barrett made an appearance today with 3 sacks. Let me give a shout out to this young man here, because when we lost Antoine Whitfield Jr., I was like, okay, we got to rely on Mike Edwards and Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead came to play, y'all. That fumble on Aaron Jones knocked him out the game. He got hurt, but we got 2 weeks to get him back. So shout out to him as well. Hopefully we get him back. Jaden Mickens, the unsung hero of the game with the key returns, getting us in great field position on offense. Definitely got to shout him out. Ryan Suckup made his 1 field goal, extending that lead. Let's talk about this first half. The fact that we came out there the first drive, drove it down their throat. King had a terrible game. And I'm surprised Brady didn't pick on him more. I was surprised to see Brady pick on Jair Alexander, being, in my opinion, the best corner in the league. he was beating Mike. Sometimes he had double coverage. I'm surprised he didn't dish it out to someone else. But that first drive definitely set the tone. Stopped the Packers on the first drive. Second drive, Tyler Johnson missed a big pass. Packers drove down. It was definitely. I knew it was gonna be a slugfest. Let me just say that right now. Savior on hips. Vita will be more healthier and Wilford will be back for the Super Bowl. Our defense will be at full force. Remember, we didn't have Vea versus the Chiefs. We didn't have him versus the Chiefs nor the Packers, by the way. We haven't had him since the Bears game. So he came back at a key time. Key time. Shout out to Savior and Hips. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Levon Carson, Buck Nation, I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you. What's going on? Everybody, this defense definitely stepped up. The running defense definitely did it. Now, I will say, the first half, it was the way we should have played. We definitely played flat, fast. We didn't pull any punches. We definitely lit up their weakness. I'm surprised they didn't run the ball more, knowing their running defense isn't the best. But let me be honest with you. I knew the Packers defense wasn't as good. I knew they stepped up against the Rams, but the Rams offense isn't that great. But secondary on our defense, that's our weakness, yo. That's a weakness. And we did a great job. Well, not great. We did a good job with Devontae Adams. The front seven we knew was going to be the best thing. Devontae got frustrated. We got Aaron Rodgers frustrated. Once we hit him around, dude, I think he had like 52 dropbacks, which is insane. 52 dropbacks. We're all in his head. He couldn't get relaxed. And let me just say this as a football fan. I cannot believe LaFleur did not want to go for it on fourth down on the 8, 2 minutes left for the Super Bowl. Can we just address that? Can we just address that really quick? If you're trying to go to your Super Bowl and your offense is killing it, or at least getting downfield, you're not going to rely on your MVP if you have Aaron Rodgers within the 8-yard line to go for a fourth and goal for the Super Bowl? I don't understand it. The fact that we went forward on 4th and 1 and did a shot, that's just surprising how LaFleur didn't want to let Aaron Rodgers do it. Now let's get on this third half. This third half was pretty scary for the team. And we started out great. Jordan Way had on that fumble. Got within the 10. First play to Cameron Brate in the end zone. Man, I was like, okay, we're going to keep this going. Hey, King Cook, he ain't a rookie. He a second-year coach, man. He is second-year coach, bro. That's something he should know. You got Aaron Rodgers. I didn't like the play calling in the second half. I really felt like we were trying to pass so much when we had a huge lead. And that's something I always yell about with Byron Leftwich, Tom Brady, whoever's calling the plays. You're winning the game. Why are you trying to do these big shots? Do a quick check down. Do a run play. Your run offense ain't bad. Cody Russell, I see you, man. I see you. Check. Got you. Make sure that happens. So those 3 interceptions. One was a bad throw. Well, shit. Excuse my language. I know that first one where Mike Evans was double covered, bad throw. Where he overthrew Mike Evans, which I don't know how you do wide open. Terrible throw. That third one stung. But the fact that our defense stepped up to shut them down, this defense is ready, y'all. This defense came to play. I was telling myself, you have Godwin, you have Brate, you have Johnson, you have Scotty. Just do a quick chip pass to one of them. Stop trying to go big to Mike. They were either going to double him or put the number 1 corner on him. And Jair Alexander is the best corner of the game. So understand Tom Brady's trying to prove a point. But you got other receivers, man. Just stop it. Joshua Julian, you know what, bro? The S&B is not being talked about enough. The S&B has definitely stepped up in this offseason. In this postseason. He has gotten an interception each and every game. That third one was very crucial. And let me address this. I am so happy that the refs let the guys play football. I'm so happy that they let them play football, they let them be physical. There were some missed calls on both ends. There's a roughing the passer that they didn't call for Brady. There was definitely hands to the face mask whenever people were running the ball. Something you would have seen get called in the regular season. Definitely a lot of push-offs and grabs, and definitely when it came down to that last play. I knew that last play was going to be a controversial thing, but you know what? They let them play. He was definitely tugging his jersey. That's interference. Tyler Johnson did flop. Let's be real. He flopped, but he tugged his jersey at the end of the day. And then they had too many men on the field. So, I mean, it was destiny that they did it, that they weren't going to get the stop. And you're right. They did it in the cold, as I stated earlier in the game. So, Bucs fans, I'm going to put the link in the chat. And we're going to talk about this victory because we can ride on this for 2 weeks. I don't know about you, but I got my NFC championship shirt because they said we weren't going to win the division. We didn't, but we won the conference. So I'm getting mine, damn it. And I'm looking forward to this Super Bowl matchup, probably against the Chiefs. That was a close game in our home turf. We lost by 3, but we're a better team now. We're a much better team. If we can slow down Aaron Rodgers the way we did, if we could make moves on the Saints defense, who was top, if we can make moves on this Washington front, we can definitely go with the Chiefs. It's going to be a great matchup. We got all our guys back, AB, Antoine Whitfield Jr., get back Jordan Whitehead. Everybody stays healthy. People stay COVID-free. Please, God, I hope people stay COVID-free. This is it. Byron Moore, why you calling me out? I'm headed to Tampa. You better be there with the wife. Hey, cuz, I'm hosting the party at my place. But if there's a parade, if they win and there's a parade, I'm thinking about going to that. I'm thinking about making that trip, masking up. I'm saying it right now, my dude. So check this out, y'all. I'm going to stop talking. I really don't have much to rant about. I just hope that the play calling gets better by the Super Bowl, especially when we have a strong lead. Because the last thing I want to see is us have bad plays like those interceptions when we shouldn't be throwing the ball deep and the defense capitalize on them. Because what if they capitalize on those three interceptions? I know it's a what if moment, but that just changes the game. Can't do this stuff against the Chiefs because Mahomes is going to capitalize on that. Shannon Sharp, Brady played well enough, Skip, but my homeboy coming. Yeah, Skip is salty. And I did on the Twitter, I am looking forward to Pat McAfee's podcast and seeing if Aaron Rodgers Tuesday is still happening. So stay tuned for that. So let me drop in the link because I'm planning on staying up too late tonight. It's Victory Monday. And let me drop this in for y'all. Our D-line control the trenches. Shout out to Vea, JPP, Sack, Barrett, and Golston. Full show. Because, man, we plugged up that middle. We knocked out the biggest running back. I hope he gets better. I hope he gets well. And we already got somebody in the room. It's the homie, the shooter, Bucks gang, the Sea Bandit. Buck, you already know his name. You Wish coming out west. What is up, my dude?
Hey, what is up? Let's go, baby.
Let's do it.
I'm so proud. I got a close cousin of mine. We grew up together, and he's a Packer fan. So we was at it all night or all day, whatever. And so, I mean, it was a crazy ass game. We had so many mistakes. I think we could learn from it. I mean, it is cold. As far as Brady throwing picks, one of them was definitely messed up. But remember, Lenny was supposed to block that blitzer before he threw it out outrageously. It's still Tom Brady's fault. He could have took a sack. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, what are you doing, Lenny? Block up. And then, sure enough, that happens. And then Mike Evans, like, you got the ball in your hands. Like, just grab it.
Key drop. Key drop, man.
Oh my God. So
Like he dropped two passes in his hands, like both fingertips, but still, my
yeah,
thing is if it hits your hands, you should catch it. End
exactly.
of story.
It's just it's one of those things. It's like, you know what? Just let it go. Next play. And you know what? I like how Tom Brady responds to his receivers. He's like, all right, even if they drop the balls, I'm not going to lose trust in them. I'm still going to play with them. Because Tyler Johnson had one key drop, and then, obviously he picked it up on a third and, whatever, got the grab. Same thing with Chris Godwin. He had a key ass drop, and then it was supposed to be for a first down, and then he threw that 52-yarder and picked it. So I'm so glad he's trusting his receivers. Just the
Bro,
next play don't matter.
like I'm with you on that because when he did that drop, I was like, here we go again with these drops. But
Yeah,
then he made that key 52-yard catch, and I was like, okay,
exactly.
way of redemption. By the way, Cody Russell says, "What's up, you wish?" He wants to shout that
What
out.
up, Cody? Shouts out to you, man.
And then
But
King Cook
it's
wants
just
to shout
crazy,
out the
man.
grave diggers, man. So I do think that when we get everybody back, we work on these drops. We're not worrying about cold weather. We're going to be
Exactly.
playing in something we're comfortable with. It's going to be a great game no matter who we play. I do think it's going to
Yep.
be the Chiefs, but we know them better now, and we're much better than what we were when we played.
Exactly. I agree with that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all situational football. Like stats don't matter. We obviously, we got doubted on by almost every platform. There were some people out there. Oh, and let me tell you this. We talked about the media the last time. So Rob Parker and Chris Broussard, I don't know if you follow their broadcast, but they have made a bet talking about if the Bucks goes to the playoffs, then Rob Parker will definitely. By the way, the game is over, so the Chiefs are definitely. Oh no, never mind. Anyway, so Rob Parker made a bet with Chris Broussard. My bad. And
Now you're good. It's over. I see the score.
apparently, if the Bucks make it, Rob Parker has to owe him 2 pairs of Jordans, two. And sure enough, he's gonna get it. And so I
What?
can't wait for that podcast. Yeah. And so I mean, Rob Parker is the biggest hater out there, and I know the fans out there. They know who that is. And so yeah, just look it up. Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. They're called
Okay.
the odd couple. But it's gonna be big. I mean, I can't wait. We got 2 weeks. We're gonna heal up, and we're just gonna go down, bro. We want this revenge on the Chiefs. We're gonna have to get it. They only beat us by 3 points too. So
Yeah.
if we stop Tyreek and Travis Kelce, it's over. I'm telling
It's
you
it
that
because
right now.
we're gonna stop the run game. So if we find a way to
It's over.
contain them and
Yep,
also watch Mahomes, we got this. We
it's
got
over.
this.
That's
But hey,
all we
look,
need to
man,
do. Just stop those two. It's done.
it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Hey, look, we got some people in the chat room. I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring in one other person so we can chop it. I'm gonna do a little different tonight, y'all. Because I know people are gonna be jumping in, so I'm gonna be doing one to two people at a time. Definitely get some different conversations going so we can get everybody in and out. So
yeah.
next up is Tommy Leverone, and then after him we got the Red Pearl, and then I see we have a Morris Soup or
Hey,
Maru
but
Soup.
I'm gonna let you guys go.
Travis,
So hey Tommy, have
what's going
at
on,
it,
man?
and Buckles, Travis, y'all have a good night. Everybody in the fan base, y'all be safe. All right, peace.
All right, man. Good seeing you. You wish. Have a good night, man.
For sure, man.
Tra-
Later.
Later. Tommy, talk to
Travis,
me.
what's going on, man?
Talk to me, bro.
It's big, man. I have season tickets too, so yeah, man.
Go on there.
I
Get up in
I
there.
started last year. It's my second season being a season ticket holder.
Awesome. Nice, man. I take it you live out in the area, maybe nearby.
Yes, I do. You live in Orlando, right?
Yeah, I live in Orlando.
Oh, okay. I saw Isaiah last year. He lives in New Orleans, I guess, right?
Yeah, he's in New Orleans.
And we're gonna go next year to New Orleans, probably see him. So
Cool.
yeah, man.
Cool.
I liked Hey, one question. Did Green Bay get away with the delay a game? What's
They did one time. I caught that. I was saying it was like 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 3, something like that. But I was like, delay a game, and it was a good solid second, and they let it go through.
I mean, well, I don't know, it's just frustrating. I did Vita Vea makes it. Do you know how many snaps he played?
I didn't see how many snaps he played. I know they put him in on 3rd down plays a lot, especially when they're close to the first down, like third, like short yardage. I know they put him in then, but I know they didn't want to play him too much because of him coming off an ankle injury and
Correct.
getting back in the rhythm. You don't want to remove that rhythm that's been worked on and figured out. But he definitely did get in there on those short yardage plays and more within the red zone.
Yeah, and then it's only going to be 22,000 for the Super Bowl, which that's what they said for capacity.
Yeah, yeah, and then 7,500 healthcare workers with vaccinated, which is a good move in my opinion.
It's a great move. So yeah, man, you probably got a lot of people getting ready to. Probably got a long line in the chat room, right? So
yeah, I got a few people up in here, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you get going, man. This is great. It's been 18 years since we were last time we were in the Super Bowl.
It's been a minute.
Awesome right now.
It's been now. It's officially Super Bowl or bust, like my man Cody said. Bet you they believe it's Super Bowl or bust now, and we didn't come here to lose, so let's do it.
Let's finish it off, and we're coming home. So
all
you
right.
Take care, man.
All right, Tommy. Good talking to you. You too, boss.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Next up, we got our guy, the Red Pearl, and then I see we have Mario Soup as well in the chat room. If y'all are trying to join this chat, I will drop the link. But right now, the Red Pearl is here. What is going on, my man?
What's going on, brother? Hey,
What's
NFC
up, boss?
champs, man. We can't overlook that. We are NFC champions. I just want to say, like, it was a great win. A little shaky second half, but overall, I think Brady, he game managed the way he was supposed to. Like he tried to limit his turnovers, but some of them, it wasn't really his fault. I think his last interception, he had pretty decent pressure on him, so he just lobbed it up there. But he really should have threw that out of bounds. But he's gonna go back over that film and diagnose his mistakes. I also just want to get your thoughts, man. I ain't trying to be on here too long, but in the Chiefs game, because we're gonna end up playing them, obviously. But what do we do against Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, man? Because Kelsey, I'm not too worried about because Devin White and Levante David, they got him. But what do we do against Tyreek Hill? We can't put Carlton Davis back on him.
The thing is, I know Jamel Dean is the faster DB, but the thing is, you need a second man over the top because nobody can run with them one-on-one.
But Antoine Winfield might not be in the game either, too.
He might not, but I mean, it's 2 weeks. Hopefully he can. Same with Whitehead, but at the end of the day, we need to put somebody else over the top because nobody can really hang with Tyreek one-on-one, in my opinion. So I know when Tyreek got those big plays on Carlton Davis, he was one-on-one by himself, and he just literally – because Carlton Davis isn't that fast. And so Jamel Dean's a faster DB, but it still comes down to being able to hang with him one-on-one. So he's going to need help. And so then with him doubled up, that does allow somebody to Kelsey, who I think you said, Levante or definitely Devin White can hang with, because Devin White's fast too. I think he can hang with I think he could definitely hang with Travis Kelsey much more. So to answer that question, that's my outlook on it.
Got you. Okay, well, I'll let you do your thing, man. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, Red Pearl. Thanks for jumping in, man.
Absolutely, man.
I haven't seen you in here before. Have you been?
Yeah, it's my first time calling in. So,
okay,
yeah,
cool. Happy that you made it, man.
Go Bucks, man.
Go Bucks, boss. Have a good night.
Let's go. Yeah,
let's do it. Next up, we have Mario Soup, and then we got my boy Tobias coming in. So. This, if y'all want to jump in, y'all can definitely come in, say what you got to say. If y'all want to keep it short, you can. If y'all want to talk about something, have a conversation, I'm here for a little bit. So right now I'm going to bring in Mario Soup, and tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your name?
What's up? Good evening.
What's going on, man? I see you wearing the creamsicle.
Yeah, I'm like really low energy right now because I swear that I was freaking out. I saw Isaiah's live stream, and we were like up 38-10, and I was like, as soon as they were like coming, I was like, oh no, I cannot. Once they won, I mean, right now I'm like super low energy, and it just feels good. Like those 3 interceptions by Brady, kinda, I was like biting my lip, bit off all my fingernails, but I'm happy, and I'm just, it's gonna look like the Chiefs is gonna be in. I'm worried, but. It's still like it's just crazy. I never thought it was gonna happen this year for sure, especially after that New Orleans game. That New Orleans game was like, no. And I actually started watching this channel because of that game. I remember Isaiah went on, and I love his takes, and now I'm like, yeah, Super Bowl of buzz. So happy. Love what you guys do in this channel. Talk about, I like the guests you guys have been. First time caller too, so
thank you. Okay. Well, save you like a fresh face.
Yeah, I had this like mindset. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna buy a bunch of Bucks gear. I was like, I'm not buying anything unless we're in the Super Bowl. But
okay.
Tomorrow I'm gonna bench in like windbreaker. My only jersey is old Martin Gramatica jersey.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the reason I got into the Bucks actually, because well, back before he got injured, and like during the Super Bowl, I lived in San Diego, and man, it's crazy going from like 3 years. I mean, like countless years of just like, and now this year, even with Brady, everybody was like, "No, man!" And all my coworkers. I live in Texas, so it's like huge Dallas and obviously Texans, and also Saints. But whenever nobody took the Bucks seriously, so this whole week, I'm just gonna wear Bucks gear.
Yeah, man. Just represent, man. We got 2 weeks to tighten up, get it right, and get prepared for them. The thing with the Chiefs is we know what they can do, and we played them already, so we know what we did wrong and what we need to do right. So as long as we start off hot, start off fast, we can definitely hang with them.
I feel like that game, similar to that Packers game, it was just like once they had that 18-point lead, I was those deep throws. I'm just like, no, just do some, just be careful with that ball. Just win the game. Just win it.
It doesn't make sense. Like that's been my biggest pet peeve. I'm just like come on. If you're in the game, it's kind of common sense. But you got to lead, kill the clock. You got a strong lead. Just do it. I know somebody said that they were pretty good on the run. If they do a short pass, you don't need to do a big pass downfield. You got many receivers to catch a good 5-yard, 6-yard slant.
Yeah. Every time, like, I mean, like when the 3 interceptions, when it was like, especially the one for Jair Alexander, the second one, I was just like, oh man, that hurts. Like they cannot do that with the Chiefs this time. No. I mean, thank God everything happened. Still, those 18 points were really good. I was a little surprised that Leonard Fournette didn't get that many carries after he got a touchdown. And
yeah, he had 12
I like
tonight.
Rojo, but I feel like Leonard Fournette is like a more of a pound the ball back that gets those defenses way more tired.
He is. He's the one that beats up the line and toughs up the trenches.
Yeah, but it's exciting. I mean, like right now, I wish I was more excited, but like I am. I'm just like I need to like. I mean, I'm like emotionally exhausted. That was probably the most emotional.
For sure.
Football. I mean, when I was, same. I'm like 30. I think when I saw the Bucks win the Super Bowl. I was still too young to even, have that amount of emotional investment to remember, like it was more fun. Like I didn't have any invested. Now as an adult, it's just like crazy seeing the team. Now I know why like people cry. I was like about to cry a little bit if they were gonna lose, but now I'm just like, here we go, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Hopefully we win.
It's real. It's real. Hopefully we do. But I mean, in my opinion, somebody did ask us in the chat, how do you feel about playing Kansas City? I mean, if you want to beat somebody, you gotta beat the best. You gotta beat the defending Super Bowl champs. So who else than
I think
who
it's
else?
possible. It's definitely because of the previous game. I hope that we do have Winfield or Whitehead. Them not being there in the second half, that was definitely scary.
Yeah, it was definitely scary seeing Andrew Adams, coming in fresh, and I knew Rodgers was going to try to expose him. And Whitehead definitely made an impact in that first half and in the beginning of the second. So we saw how big his impact was as a hard hitter. He's definitely coming into his place. So now that we're here, we have to capitalize. We can't let this slip our fingertips. Yeah, we made history making it, but we got to finish now. This is what we work hard for. We got to finish now.
Super excited. This next 2 weeks are gonna be like. I'm gonna have a little party with like all my friends like who are gonna watch it with me aren't really like Bucks fans, but they're like happy for me and they're gonna watch it with me. It's just like
awesome,
little hobby because like here in Austin everybody's like UT, but like there's been such a disappointment that you mentioned the Bucks. They're like, oh, but now they're happy for it. It's like it's cool. But yeah, I want to take more time and I'm sure you have like more people and hopefully we get that trophy.
Hopefully we get that Lombardi, especially lifting it up in home stadium.
Yeah,
but thank you for jumping in the chat, for getting a fresh face in here. Continue to tune in and hope to see you around as the channel continues to grow, my friend. Really appreciate it. All right, boss. All right, y'all. Continue to share this, like the video. If anybody's new here, definitely subscribe because we do this weekly. Isaiah's probably going to jump in this week as well. Next up, we got Tobias, then we have Marlon Grays, and then Big Buck starts at Big Buck $. So right up, let's get up my boy Tobias. You know it's going to be a cut-up session. What up, boy?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Man, I was watching that game. First thing I'm going to do is send Kevin King a gift basket. I'll pay his car off. That had to be the worst corner play I've ever seen in my life. Goodness, it was awful.
My gosh. My gosh.
But I know people want these people online saying they shouldn't have made that call. That call did not lose the Packers the game. What lost the Packers was dumb, bad coaching. Coaching killed that team. Why in the hell? Now, I'm a fan. I say, hey, I'm all for dumb coaching when it benefits us. Why the heck that you gonna play man when it only got one shot at the end zone and all people, Scotty Miller only does one thing. It's go deep. And you looking in the backfield, I'm like, why do people still fall for that? I don't get it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And speaking of dumb coaching, like I said earlier in the video, if you're in the 8-yard line, 2 minutes left, and your offense is all driven downfield, you got for the Super Bowl, you gotta go.
Yep.
You have to.
You never know what, because what happens if Fournette broke a long run? You're done. Things like that, you there. And but also they had a 12 down the field from the Packers. Going for 2 early, we didn't have to go for 2. Mind you, remember people, that's Sean McVay's homeboy that's a coach. Why are you looking at brothers who can't get a job? That's Sean McVay's homeboy.
Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy. That's a big name to shout out right now.
Yep. Byron Leftwich going to get a head coach consideration next year. I think he should because, hey, got a Super Bowl with Brady, moving the ball, and he had a quarterback last year 5,000 yards at Post State State Peterman. So, hey, if you produce 2 years in a row, you got to go with it. And But when I was watching that game, a couple of things that what's up, you wish, what's up? But a couple of things. So I'm a big picture guy. No one talks about turnovers when the team wins. If you notice that, But the Packers didn't take advantage. And another thing with dumb coaching. Those tackles could not block JPP and Shaq one-on-one. And he left them on an island. But you notice the Bucs don't leave their tackles on an island. They always got Grunt back blocking. So they end up on an island all the time. And because Shaq is not a quick twitch rusher, he's a effort guy.
Bull rusher continues to keep going.
Yeah. But the Bucs, the offense is sloppy at times. The defense played their butts off. The offense gets sloppy. They throwing deep passes on 3rd and 1, just run the rock. You got 2 down territory. The other good thing is that Ryan Suckup. People make it about one guy. But think about it. The dude threw 3 picks and they still won because the team is finally good. You got a kicker who makes all his kicks. You're not chasing points. You got a running game that can get you yards when it's needed. You got a fast defense that, mind you, the pass defense still bottom 5. Second year bottom 5. If y'all kept up, But but it's the linebacker. Devin White matured. A lot of these young players grew up. They developed. Vita Vea is I like Vita Vea more in pass defense than run defense, to be honest, because he collapsed that pocket.
He brings the pressure in the middle.
Yes. So there's a lot of – and that offensive line improved big time because Brady holds the ball. He ain't dumping it in a second. He holds that ball.
Yeah, he's not shuffling around.
Yes. So that offensive line has improved big time, and I believe Gronk helped out with that as well. And having a good running game helps.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised Rojo didn't get more touches. I know Leonard got 12. Rojo had, I think, 10 that I read. And I wish they did more. And like you pointed out, I've said it too. They have a strong lead, especially in the fourth quarter. You cannot be throwing the deep ball. It doesn't matter if you need 3rd and 8, 3rd and 3. Run the ball, run the clock, do a short little pass. These big plays are not needed because we're not trying to catch up. It's just like you're letting them back in the game.
Yep, and you're not like you said, you're not running clock.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people making fun of Belichick right now. They picking on him, but they wouldn't have made a Super Bowl this year with him anyway. And it's a minor miracle you got to them 7 wins with that team, with all those opt-outs, and a quarterback who throws a rock ball like he's skipping pebbles at the lake. You know, but just being real, I had to throw that out there. But
no, you're real.
Like with Kansas City, right? I'm watching this game. They are blitzing the hell out of Josh Allen. They are blitzing. They are coming because they have a good secondary. And,
it's gotten better.
Yeah, they have. And Chris Jones is probably the best D tackle in football. And they have a good pass rush. Now, Eric Fisher, they started left tackle, went down with Achilles injury. He's like,
I saw somebody post that.
Yeah, but the way they run their offense, I heard one guy said Devin White, Levante David got Travis Kelce. No, they don't. You got to take out Tyreek. You got to take him out and just take your chance with Tyreek because that guy Kelce moves the chains. You can't take either one of them out. To be honest with you,
you don't think you don't. I know you said Devin White can't cover a bed, but you don't think Devin White can at least he's gotten better in the cover game whatsoever. Like at least be around to get someone. You don't think so?
I think with his hands, I think the thing like the one interception he made against the Saints, right?
Yeah,
I think with him is that because he came in as a running back in college.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Now with coverage. A lot of guys become linebackers. They were safeties or DBs or whatever, and they put on a couple of pounds. They had the natural cover skills. That's a work in progress for him. I don't think he'll ever be great because of how he started as a running back. That ain't no knock on him. You just got to you can't be Kevin King out there. You just can't. No. Yeah.
Man.
It's so hard to stop Kelce because they schemed him. They schemed Tyreek and those guys. They don't say, hey, just go down the field, get open. They are scheming these people open, getting the ball in their hands. I saw a play with Tyreek. They threw a little screen pass. He took 70 yards.
Yeah, I saw that too. But I mean, screenplays are supposed to get big yardage. But when you got a guy that runs a 4.1, you don't have anybody there to stop him. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think with that last game, they took the foot off the gas. I really believe they took the foot off the gas, and the Bucs got hot because you can play those 3 safeties up top you want to. You still got Kelce. You still got Mecole Hardman in there. This Williams kid's running the rock so they actually can get short yardage now. And I think that they are going to have to play a nearly perfect game of offense to win this one because Mahomes, because they have a good offensive line. Mahomes could buy time.
Yep.
And and I think with that, and I think because I know Todd Bowles has a great D, but if your primary pass rush is blitzing, and you got those deep speed demons and those weapons 1-on-1, not just because they catch the ball, if they can make you miss, they go into the house. And I think that's something where they gonna have to put. If let's just be honest here, the refs ain't gonna let you grab people all day now against the Chiefs.
No. Today they let them play football with the Packers, but right now the NFL Golden Boy is now the Mahomes. So it'll be interesting to see how the officiating is gonna go. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. So you're gonna see how the officiating works now with Mahomes, and I really think they wanted Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes in there to be a matchup, but that didn't happen. So this game is gonna be interesting with the officiating. The fact that we lost to them by 3 when we played them, that gives me hope. We just got to play the right scheme. Defense has gotten better. Offensive line for sure has gotten better. We're more gelled now. So this could be a really great Super Bowl, or it can get out of hand.
I ain't lying. Because these guys on offense, the Chiefs' offense is like the best offense of football. It ain't, and people just think it's all deep passes. It ain't.
No.
He's got Mahomes is happy, as they say, the late Hank Stram said, matriculating the ball down the field. They are cool with that. And like some quarterbacks aren't cool with that. It couldn't be that patient. He's that patient. And like I said, he can move around through different angles. So I believe Shaq Barrett has to have a contract game.
Well, he had a decent game against them in the regular season. He got that key fumble. I believe it was him that got that key fumble against the Chiefs at home. So he's starting to show what he did last year. Let me read this real quick from Red Pearl because it's about your boy Devin. Devin is a heat seeker on our defense. If someone fumbles, he instant transmissions to the ball. Got a bunch of sayings on this team. Tom Brady is an ultra instinct. Sorry for the DBZ reference. Don't apologize, bro. This is all DBZ right here, guys.
Yeah, I know. Hey, speaking of DBZ, Drew Brees last week reminded me of like when Goku and Vegeta be fighting and they out of energy and their hair go from blonde to black and they pass out. That's what they reminded me of. But
matter of fact, if y'all watch Gridiron Heights, watch the latest episode when Bucks played Breeze. They made Tom Brady sell. And then they made Breeze Goku. Camara was Trunks. Michael Thomas was Vegeta. It was all anime reference episode. It was great. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got two other people in the chat room. We got Big Bucks that was waiting for a little bit, and then we got Lee. I'll bring them in if you want to hang out for a little bit, or if you're all set. You're always welcome in here. Let me bring both my guys in because they've been waiting for a minute. So I got my boy Big Bucks $, and then we got Lee. We got some OGs up in here. What's going on?
What's happening, man?
What's going on, man?
What up?
What's good?
I know I did this later on, so we all came down from our little high that we had, but I wanted us to chill. Didn't want no Richard Sherman type of post-game interview. Wanted us to come down and really bring this moment in as we got 2 weeks to get ready for the home game.
To be honest, I was hyped. I really wasn't that hyped. After the game was over, I ain't go outside and run around or nothing. I just, made sure my kids had their homework done and talked to my wife for a few minutes and came back downstairs. I turned the PlayStation on and started playing God of War and stuff. So, I mean, I'm hyped, but I guess it ain't hit me yet, because like I felt I was just like Isaiah in the Super Bowl of bust. So my expectation was to get to the Super Bowl. So now that they're there, my expectation is still to win it. Like you went all out, this year. So I expect them to perform in 2 weeks at the highest level. But as far as the game go, like you said, bro, that was some dumb coaching decisions in that game. And when it was 14-7, I don't know if y'all caught on to this, they were actually running the ball down our throat, believing in how they attacked the edges, and they got away from it. And when they got first and goal, and they proceeded to call 3 straight passing plays, and that just blew my mind because they spread the entire defense out, and you just had 4 linemen. I would have called a quarterback draw or a direct snap so quick. But don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they didn't score because I think that was one of your big differences in the game. But I gotta reference this. Did Tom Brady not have a Jameis Winston game? I gotta say that. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, I'm just.
But you know what? It happened the opposite. Because Jameis threw his picks first, then starts playing touchdowns. He threw his picks last, and that's keeping them in the game. And I'm like,
why are they throwing it deep and you got to lead? Like, why do nobody want to run the ball anymore? Like, I don't get that for the love of God. Like, you have a lead, just run the ball and bleed the clock. I mean, everybody wants to flash in and throw the ball. Why you can't run the ball? Just, you saw how fast the first quarter went by. They were running the ball. I mean, I just don't get it.
I didn't understand it either. It's a big pet peeve of mine. Like, you want to win the game. I don't care how many points you want it by. I just want you to win, man. I don't care if it was a 1-point game, a 20-point lead, just win. And if you think about it, if they really were on it, they could have capitalized on those turnovers, but they didn't. But we can't do that with the Chiefs because they're going to capitalize on it.
I mean, that the second interception he threw when he was backed up like inside the 15. I really didn't expect them to drive the length of the field and score. I like they're gonna stall out or they're gonna go 3 and out. And I was surprised that they didn't capitalize on the second one. But that first interception, I knew they weren't gonna do anything. I was surprised that they went 3 and out. I will say that. I thought they would have got a couple of first downs, but then stalled out.
Hey, I'm hearing some background noise from one of y'all. Like I hear like the TV or something. Like I hear in the video somebody in the chat said that somebody needs to mute, but I hear some background noise and it's coming in the feed. Okay, it's quiet now. But all right, Bucks, that should take lead. What you got for me, man? What you got for us? What you want to talk about?
Man, I'm happy, excited. I don't like him throwing those 3 picks. I don't know. Let me ask you all this. Do you think we telegraph run plays?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think we telegraph that we're running. It drives me crazy. I mean, we can't run out of the shotgun. We can't run tosses. We always run tackle or dive. Why don't we run toss? Or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why don't we mix it up in the run game? We telegraph the run. That's why it gets stopped. We got 2 good running backs. So I don't understand that. I don't know. That irks me. It just irked me because I think we could have put the game away a long time ago.
Oh yeah, we could have iced it in the fourth quarter. We could have killed the game in the fourth quarter, but the deep passes, as you said, I've said it before too. They do. You know when they're going to run it, it's the same kind of run. They don't want to kick it outside. You know, the only time they do it outside is when they do a reverse.
Right. But I mean, overall, I'm happy. Honestly, if we didn't throw the picks, I think it would have been a blowout. In my opinion, it would have been a straight blowout. Because I mean, Brady I don't know. He went. I'm sorry to say it. I'm a Jameis supporter, but he went Jameis. I don't know what the heck. The first pick, he forced it to Evans, and then if you look at the screen, they had another a play behind the camera behind Brady. They had Tyler Johnson was wide open on a dig route on the left hand side when he forced that to Evans on the first pick. Yeah. So I'm like, Brady, what are you looking at? What are you doing? And then the other one he overthrew, you know, Mike Evans. So that was on him. Both of them were on him. And then, you know, the defense actually forced a pick. But beyond that, when Scotty got that, all I want to say when Scotty got that touchdown, I was like, it's game over. And then they stopped him and got that turnover at the end, turn of half. I was like, this game over with. It's over. Oh, yeah. And then, and like Tobias said, man, they were playing the tackles on the island with JPP and Shaq, and they was eating.
Yeah.
How many sacks we get? It was a total of 5 or 6? Five. They was eating. And Vita was pushing the pocket, man. It was beautiful. Man, it was just beautiful, man. And the defense, man, you know, they were a little bit grabby. They didn't say nothing. But hey, I'll take it.
They let them play today. That's something that I noticed. I was saying that, okay, they let them get physical because if they're not going to call a flag for a hand to the face mask when they're running or vice versa, where they're getting up there and grabbing, like Sean Murphy and Bunting got that interception. He did grab the jersey a little bit. He did get physical, but it wasn't pulling on it like that last one. How do y'all feel about that last interception? Not interception, that last penalty on Packers when it was they called that flag for holding on top of the concert.
It was definitely a PI. I didn't want it to end like that. I mean, but he pulled the jersey, man. Come on. He pulled it.
That's what I said.
He pulled it. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. I mean, I didn't want to end like that because I don't want people to think, oh, they just gave the Bucs the game. They Tom Brady is lucky, blah, 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 blah. No, he obviously pulled it 2 times he did.
He did, yep.
So, I mean, he impeded the guy, man. So, I mean, he pulled. It was a PI. It sucks for them. Good for us. I don't care. But, you know, I mean, you know what? I'm excited, man. Now we got to finish the job, man. Then, you know, I don't know, man. It looks like it might be a shootout. I don't know if the offense is going to sputter out. Sometimes the offense is bizarro, man. I guess the best offense, the best offensive performance was like the Raiders. What do y'all think? What was the best offensive performance from this team this year? I think the Raiders game was the best offensive performance.
That Raiders game was good. The Raiders game was good, but let's talk about those games later in the season.
Oh yeah, the Detroit. But I mean, Detroit was man. We knew
No,
that
no,
was gonna happen.
no. Like the Falcons twice. We had the Falcons twice. I mean, we had weak teams. It's really hard to really put that into perspective. But in my opinion, those are the 4 games where we got it figured out.
Right. I don't know what it is. Like the Chargers game, when they got behind, they came back and they just went it went crazy. You know, and it's like, and then like you said, the first Atlanta game, they come back in the second half and flip a switch on, like Jordan or somebody, and go and just score like crazy. So I'm like, man, why don't y'all turn the switch on all the time? Golly, be killing me. But they turned it on in the first half of this game. When they scored the first touchdown, I said, oh, we gonna win. I just kind of I felt it because they were getting no pressure. And I don't know why people didn't think Tampa Bay didn't match up. We matched up well with Green Bay. Matter of fact,
I knew it was gonna be a good matchup.
The first game wasn't an illusion. That's what that tells me. It wasn't an illusion whatsoever. So I mean, I'm happy, man. So I mean, just gotta finish the job now, man.
Yeah, it was definitely a time for us to come together and get it right. No preseason, no key time to gel. So to close out with the weaker teams, that gave our offense time to get that connection, that relationship. I mean, it's obvious that Mike Evans and Tom still need to build theirs, because when it comes to interceptions, it's when he's throwing it to Mike, because Mike is that number 1, but the best corner is going to be on Mike, or he's going to be double. So it's gonna be tough, but that's the thing. We have other receivers for that, and that's where I was saying we got Godwin, we're gonna get AB back, we got Brady, we got Gronk, we got Scotty, we got Tyler Johnson. So Mike may not get touches, but there's others to get the job done. We got running backs that can hopefully catch better because we know we have our drops. So I can't wait what's gonna be heard this week. I mean, we all know that they're doing the whole narrative with the quarterbacks. It was all about Aaron Rodgers. Now that he's out, now it's all about
I look
Mahomes.
at the 40.
Okay. Don't be surprised.
Okay, like how they. Oh, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, cool. Cut out. Now I was saying Lee brought up a good point about how the Bucs scheme to run. I look at the 49ers, for example, the Shanahan offense. How they run it, but they scheme it in all kind of different ways. I think Fournette is more of a north-south guy. It's crazy how Rojo isn't now, but when he was in college, we thought he'd be more of a scat back, type of guy. As a change of pace guy, he became a nice power guy. So I don't know. I think he brought a good point about tosses, making that defense stretch to defend the whole field in running games. He brought a good point on that.
No, he did make a great point about that, because the fact is, I've said it before, we know they're going to run it on first down. We've been a run-first type of offense, but it's always on the inside between the tackle and the guard. We don't toss it. Only time we go on the outside is when it's a reverse. And it's unfortunate, because when they know it's a run, they just know to jam the middle. There's been sometimes we've been able to explode, but they have to stop and kick out and then run out that way. That's when they get those big yardages.
Absolutely.
I mean, it works, but
we barely run from shotgun, which is very successful for us. Actually, I have to go look at the tape, but I think we're pretty dang successful running out of the shotgun. I think. I mean, and we rarely use it, man. So I don't understand. That's one thing that irks me about this. They did it last year. That's why the runner game was bad last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna get a rematch, y'all. Chiefs won 38-24. And as Black 8890 pointed out, we lost 27-4 last time. And I did point this out. It's gonna be a different team because we're a lot better as a team. We're a lot better as a team, I believe. We know what the Chiefs are. We just got to match up with them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, and you can't. And the big thing is about mistakes, not making mistakes and being efficient. Because even though, like that Chiefs game, Brady threw some bad picks because they kept sending people at him, and there was one pick that I think people missed. He tried to force it to Scotty Miller, and their best corner, Breland, was on him, and Breland's a taller guy, and he was on him. And so I think they just going to have, it's like I remember Joe Judge when the Giants played him. He said, "We're not going to waste our time trying to beat Tom Brady. We're going to try to beat the weapons." And I think that you just have to put pressure on him and send people and trust your guys to play coverage. That's the thing. And I just think that the Bucs do have a lot of weapons, but I do think AB will be a big help. Because I know we love Scotty. We love Tyler Johnson. But this guy's a Hall of Famer who could do the possession. He could do the deep route. He could take a slant and hit the house. He's both those guys in one, in one guy. And I think that's it. Plus, he's a impeccable route runner. He's an all-time great in that regard, in that aspect. I just think that they have to not be sloppy. Take the $5 and not go for the $100 bill.
What'd you say, Bucks?
I think, like, just as far as we get ready for the Super Bowl, I think everybody has to be 100% healthy. Like you said, you're gonna get Winfield Jr. back and AB back for the Super Bowl. My only concern is when we get to the Super Bowl, okay, don't force it to AB because the last few weeks they kind of was doing that, even though it was successful. Don't force it. I mean, to be truthful with you, what I would like to see in the Super Bowl, if you're gonna force it to anybody, I want you to force it to Gronk because that's gonna be the X factor in my opinion. Because I mean,
I see him and Tyler Johnson being one.
Yeah, I can see that too. But like that's why I said I mean I don't want to get ahead of the Super Bowl, but if you have specific players walk in free agency, I still feel like you still got a load of receivers that you still can be productive even next year. Even if if Chris Godwin walked in free agency, you still got Scotty Miller. AB is clearly going to be back on another veteran deal. So
they said they plan on bringing AB back actually.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what is that telling you? Godwin needs to have a big game, and if Godwin has a big game in the Super Bowl, does that thought process change? Be like, you know what? We'll keep Godwin instead of AB because, like I said, you got the younger option.
Here's the only thing I think with Godwin is that he was a third-round pick, so he was on a third-round pick deal. He hasn't gotten paid yet. So this may be his only chance to strike big. So he gonna take that bread, and it's hard to pay too. I don't blame him. Yep, I can't blame him.
I don't blame him. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, that's I'm for any NFL player getting their money. I don't believe the big player taking on the team. The only person to do that was Brady. And that's the only reason why he got 6 rings. He kept taking paycheck after paycheck so they could have players on defense and offense. So just like, okay, it's time to get paid. Nah, hey, so what? I need my work too. So, but like I said, overall, I want Shaq to show up again in the Super Bowl because he's, like I said, he's playing for a big payday. So the little bit of cap space they got to determine, hey, we're going to give this to Shaq or we're going to give it to Chris Godwin. Like, who wants to do payday or they just going to chase the dollar sign, basically. But I just want to win. I want to be 2-0 in the Super Bowl. That's all I want. That is all I want. Yeah. And I just want Brady. I don't want you to turn the ball over because I couldn't. I wasn't even mad, but I was more shocked than mad. I'm like, dude, you ought to go. Where the hell you throwing the ball?
Well, he was forcing it, in my opinion. Like that first one was a bad throw. Second one, you overthrew a wide open Mike Evans. Like he hit his fingertips.
All of it, it's like when you force the Mike, it's always a turnover. When he threw that deep ball, Mike Hadley got beat when he was just trying to throw it up. I think if Mike would have got it, I think if Mike would have saw the ball thrown, he maybe would have adjusted.
Yeah, he would have adjusted. He was expecting it in front of him. He see him doing this, and he turned around.
So I mean, it's but you know what? I've been very critical of this one player this entire past year, but I'm not gonna say his name just yet. But I'm gonna give shout out to 76 again. He's been really playing well. So I guess he wants that third year option. 16 to 17 million. So he wants them to pick up that option. But he's really been playing solid. I'm not gonna say he's a top 10 tackle, but he's playing above average. He's right above the middle of the pack the way he's playing right now. I would say he's above the middle of the pack. Left tackle.
Hey, check this out. We just got a super chat from Norman Curtis. Shout out Norman for the super chat. Max Kellerman, Nick Wright, Rob Parker. We waving at you and we flexing on you because we know y'all are hating on us. Norman Curtis, thank you for that super chat. It's going to be a great day tomorrow to hear the feedback from the analysts. Now, here's a question that somebody asked. Black 8890 asks a really good question. Here's how many free agents are going to walk who are going to want to play for the Buccaneers next year, knowing what we did this year?
Depends on the money because it all depends on the money because unless you're a veteran at the end of the road trying to chase or chip, those guys may play for nothing. But if you haven't got your payday yet and you're going for the bread, they don't have enough money because people got to realize also the Bucs might have a couple of guys come up due also like Vita Vea soon and Carlton Davis soon. So Donovan Smith going to get a new deal soon. And you got the Kappas of the world coming up due. Marpet coming up due. So there's a lot of stuff out there you got in-house also. So I know a championship's great and all, but playing for us ain't great either. So the money talks.
For sure. I would definitely like to see us get more veteranship on defense, especially in the secondary, personally, because we've seen that this offense can definitely put it together, especially on the line. So, and the Super Bowl is really going to tell it because this will happen with the Broncos. When they made it to the Super Bowl, they were all offense. They went to they played Seattle, got dusted. There was no defense. So then they brought in a bunch of defensive players, and then they came back 2 years later, and then they were the best defense in the league because of all the people they brought in. So I think after this Super Bowl, especially, if we unfortunately lose, and it's because of defense, I see us going after defensive guys. And if we win, I definitely see guys just wanting to come in and try to get a ring with us for sure. Maybe even some people from rivalry teams because Trey Hendrickson is going to be available next year. And he was top 5 in sacks. And so a lot of teams, a lot of players go to rival teams when they don't get re-signed.
Yeah, but the cap situation that's gonna be your biggest. That's gonna be your biggest thing. Because they were projected to have maybe 30 million in cap space, so you're gonna make some really tough decisions this upcoming off season. Think about it. Levante is a free agent, but do you want him back, or is he on the other side of 30? And my only question is, you haven't even got a linebacker that you could groom in his place. So that's why I said, with this year, you went all out. So that's why I say it's imperative that they win this year because you went all out for the Super Bowl.
I'm with you. So now that we're here, this is what we got to do. Hey, check this out. We got a Pats Nation fan in here. So I figured before we look to sign off, we let this Pats fan come in. His name is Pats Nation Tyler. So I'm going to let him in the stream. I know he's a fresh face. I've never seen him before. I'm pretty sure Isaiah has neither. So let's welcome him in, see what he has to say.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome. Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
What's good?
I live streamed the Bucs games today, and I'm super happy with the performance that they put up. I think that the Bucs can handle Kansas City in 2 weeks. They just need to get prepared at stopping the run, and I think that the cornerbacks for the Bucs might have some trouble because their secondary isn't the best. But I think that they can handle this game pretty well if they can pressure Mahomes like they did to Rodgers today.
Yeah. So first off, thank you for jumping in, Pat. I'm sorry, Tyler. I definitely agree with you when it comes to 2 weeks to matching up. I definitely believe we can definitely hang with them, putting pressure on them. And I said this at the beginning of the season. The secondary has been our Achilles heel, especially on the deep ball. So that's going to be the biggest test now that we're here. Our secondary has stepped up over the week, especially with Rodgers, Breeze, not against the Washington football team because they didn't know who were playing at quarterback to prepare. So this game is really going to be it. It's definitely going to be a tough game for our secondary. So I know Tom Bowles is going to have to get some scheme to do the best coverage to make sure that they keep the receiver, especially Tyreek and Kelsey, contained, well guarded, so they get the ball to Hardman. We're going to do good against the run. There's no doubt about it. We're going to do good against the run, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. It's the only way to stop Kansas City is with the big plays. I mean, if you can stop them from getting those 50-yard bombs for Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Travis Kelce, they're good. Brady's the best at reading blitzes, so he needs to bring his A game on Sunday and 2 weeks from now. He needs to play out of his mind if he wants to beat Kansas City. There's no interceptions or mess ups for him. If he wants to win this football game and lead his team to a Super Bowl, which I think he will because he's so amazing, he just needs to play out of his mind. He can't.
I believe he will. And when it comes to the blitzing, the best way to beat that is with short passing. So with these no risk and no biscuit plays, we can't do that against the blitz because we're going to be waiting for a receiver to get open. So we're going to have to play different offenses to have a slant. Unfortunately, a screen. I'm not a fan of the screen plays, and just a quick out, curl route, something. That'd be the best way to beat those blitzes. But I don't know if we even have that in the playbook because all our plays are for long yardage and maybe a check down to the running back. Somebody's going to be watching that. And our running back's going to be on the flat.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I have a channel just to let you know. I'm a teenager here. I'm a younger fan of Brady, but I've been a Brady fan since been a Patriot fan since I was born. But I live streamed the game today, so I'm very excited to see what happens. So this is going to be awesome.
No, go ahead. It will be. It will be. And since you're a Patriot fan, we got a super chat again from Norman Curtis. Shout out again, Norman. Can you read the super chat for us? Because I figured you'd be the best one to answer this. You've been a big Patriot fan for so long. Can someone tell me what the F Tom think? I figure this would be the best one to ask you. You want to answer that for us, Tyler?
Tom, what is Tom thinking right now? You mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he's gonna play pretty good this 2 weeks from now. He's just needs to. This team reminds me of the 2018 Patriots. They were doubted and they came back. They were not the best team. They went 11-5 in the season, just like Tampa Bay, and they went on a roll and they shocked the world and they beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship. So I think what's going to happen is Brady just needs to watch the tape of that 2018 AFC Championship game, and he's going to be able to read the blitz. He's going to know what's coming at him, and I think he's ready to go. They have enough time to prepare against this team. Don't doubt them, but if Oakland can figure them out and beat them almost twice and beat them in Kansas City, I think the Buccaneers can figure it out and win this game easily. It's going to be tough. It's going to be close, but I think Brady's going to bring his A game. It was just unacceptable in the second half. 3 interceptions and 3 drives in a row. That was unacceptable there. I think it was a bit shaken up, but Evans, I think 1 interception was Mike Evans. He literally tipped the ball. So I would give 2.
That was a good throw.
Yeah, that was, if he just caught that would have been great. But he beat Rodgers today. I think if you can beat Green Bay in Lambeau, I think you could beat anybody.
Yeah, that's true. If you can win in that cold weather, and Aaron Rodgers is playing MVP status. So I definitely agree with that. So, we were doubted against all our matchups, the Washington front line, because of our offensive line, Saints, and then Aaron Rodgers. So, like I said earlier, you want to beat the best, you got to beat the best. You got to try to beat Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl championship, for the championship.
Yeah, that cap space is going to get to Kansas City. I mean, after a couple of years from now with Mahomes, I mean, you're paying him almost $20 million a year. Those receivers, you're going to have to let one of them go. It's going to be a problem in a couple of years from now. This dynasty, the Chiefs dynasty, will end in 2 weeks. Brady's going to end the dynasty, and they are going to have to get rid of They're going to have to get rid of Kelce. They need to get rid of Hardman because they're going to be really dreading in cap space, and it's just going to be a problem.
Yep, they're one of the many.
that contract Mahomes got, it doesn't take effect for another year because they're gonna let him finish out his entire rookie contract. So he's gonna play the full 5 years of his rookie contract. Then that new contract will hit. So if you gotta also think in 2022, that's when that new cap is gonna be released in the NFL. The cap is gonna go up. So it shouldn't be a problem how Patrick Mahomes' money is gonna affect the cap because everybody's cap is going up. So and probably that's why they did it that way, so it won't take that off the cap hit.
And the TV deal, I think, too.
What was that?
Yeah. I think they got a new TV deal coming up, too, that's going to be big money. And that helps out. It's like even like with Tyler's team, New England. Belichick went on a podcast said the reason we're in cap L is that we went all in. They had a team to go all in. And they won like three Super Bowls in a 4-year span. And so if you got to retool after winning a couple of Super Bowls, every fan base, the team owner, everybody would take that. And because you have, this is why you have to draft. Because guys like Nicole Hardman's on a rookie deal. You have to like draft well. So, guys, if you pay your quarterback, you got those pieces in that are cheap, and you only pay your core guys. The other guys, you just got to let go and just build again around them. That's why I like y'all saying Levante David. If you let him go, you should have got a linebacker to groom. Heck, well, Levante David twist an ankle. Who you got as a young guy? You know, so things like that. We keep grooming those guys. Good point, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think what the defense showed today with sacking Rodgers 6 times, 3 by JPP, I think they can get to the quarterback. I mean, you guys, I think they're underrating the Tampa Bay defense. I think they absolutely are very underrated. They got 3 very good linebackers: Devin White, Levante David, Jason Pierre-Paul. They got Ndamukong Suh, who can rush the passer fast. I mean, and speaking of that, they have the best offensive line. So Tampa Bay has the best offensive line as well. So it's going to be tough for Kansas City to try to take down Brady. But it's a battle for the ages. GOAT versus GOAT. We got ourselves a GOAT here and a future GOAT.
Yeah, one's a proven GOAT. One is on the up and coming to become one. I will say that our offense has definitely become a lot better since the playoffs started because during the regular season, this offensive line was highly questionable, especially on the left side. We were looking at replacing our left tackle. Defense has definitely stepped up. We have definitely been underrated, especially in our secondary. Our secondary is still questionable, but our front seven has definitely always been the best. You mentioned our linebackers. What makes you want to look over Shaq Barrett, who stepped up today with 3 sacks? Because you said you didn't include him in your great linebacker.
Oh, yeah. I didn't include him in there, but he surely did step up. And Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul, they're going to have to do it again in 2 weeks. They need to really step up. They're going to have to pressure Mahomes really bad. I mean, Mahomes almost lost to Tampa Bay when they played him in Tampa Bay. They almost lost. Brady was going on a roll, but people thought it was crazy. I made a reaction video to me reacting to Green Bay, and I was laughing. People thought I was crazy when I went with Tom Brady, and I went with him starting in the playoffs. I say Tom Brady has this alter ego when he plays in the playoffs. He just goes out of his mind, and even though he's old, 43 years old, people say he's too old. This guy is going to win the 7th Super Bowl this year, or he is going to pick up a couple pieces and maybe go back to back, because he is attracting a lot of offensive players to come to his team.
Of course, that's what happens when you have Tom Brady. People want to get that ring because if he doesn't get you to the playoffs, he also gets you to the Super Bowl as well. So, I mean, you saw today the 10th conference championship game, or no, it's 10th Super Bowl. I think it's 14th conference game, one of the two. So the man knows how to get to the championship and knows how to win. So he just needs to do it one more time to cap off this season.
And something cool, another cool stat is Brady has tied Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees for NFC titles.
I read that. I did read that today, which is true, which is very true.
Even if he loses in 2 weeks, he's still quite amazing. He made a team that was 7-9 last year, a Super Bowl bound team.
Yep.
You made a team without being in a practice squad with COVID, and you changed the team into a franchise that never won and hasn't made it to the Super Bowl in 17 years, and now has made this team to being one of the best in the league, and now being the top two left. So that is just crazy.
Yeah, the Tom Brady has definitely proven himself. Um, um, we knew what we are getting with Brady. We just didn't know how long it'd take for them to gel. You did point out some good things there. How old? You said you're a teenager, so I'm definitely impressed with what you paid attention to with football. With COVID, no practice, no preseason, no OTAs. A lot has happened. Granted, you have to consider a lot of players opted out, so some teams didn't have their full roster, but you can't let that be an excuse. And this is why we have to take advantage of where we're at now. So in 2 weeks, I really want to see this team be healthy, be smart. I hope I don't see anybody on the COVID list, because that's why we didn't have Devin White that first game. So we can't lose anybody to any kind of COVID. So I hope that they stay safe these next 2 weeks. Hosting a home game, we made history hosting a Super Bowl at our home stadium. I wonder if they're even going to fire the cannons if we get a touchdown again in the red zone like we do in a regular home game. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But Tyler, I do thank you for coming on to this chat. Did you have anything else you wanted to mention? Any other closing remarks?
Yes, one last thing. Yeah, I hate to self-promote, but I am new to the thing. I started watching your channel a few months ago, and I got inspired by you to make my own commentary channel, and I support Brady and the Bucks, so I'm trying to get my channel to 200 subs. So that's what I've been trying to do, and I've started YouTube a month ago, and I've been trying to do live streams, and people really like the content. So I'm trying to get to 200, and if people want to support me, that would be really awesome.
Hey man, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that this channel has inspired you. Let me just say this off rip. A lot of credit goes to Isaiah, who's my partner in this channel, because just to break it to you, this channel has been active for 4 years now. Isaiah and I started it with another person after Jameis's first year, and started on Facebook, took it to YouTube, and there was a time he sat out for personal issues. I had to sit out for personal issues, and this channel has grown from quick videos from our cell phones and cameras uploading here to doing live streams, interacting, doing giveaways. So you always want to interact with your fans. You always want to, not fans, but followers, interact with people. Is Pat's Nation Tyler your channel? We have somebody asking you, what's the name of your Pat's channel?
My channel is Pat's Nation Commentary, and I do live streams all about the NFL, and I will be live streaming the Super Bowl, and please go check me out. It's not like I'm just me alone. I have a pair. I do it with my friend Bradley, and we commentate NFL, and we do live reaction videos as much as we can, and we do highlight videos.
Awesome. You said Pat's Nation Commentary? I found you. I actually found you. I see you. Yep, 186 subscribers. So yeah, you're definitely doing your thing, my man. So can you keep doing what you're doing? You started a month ago, almost 200 subs. Consistency is key. That would be my biggest advice. Yeah. Consistency is key. Definitely interact with your followers. My best thing to tell you is with YouTube, don't really look at the comments, because you got the trolls, you got the haters. Don't let it get to you. And if they're hating, that means you're doing something right anyway. So that's why Isaiah and I accept it. We say bring on the hate, because y'all got nothing better to do with hate, and we're doing something right. So just keep it up, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
You started something, and this channel gave you inspiration. So that means a lot. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, you have a good night, and I'll always, if you ever want to be on my live stream and talk about the Super Bowl predictions, I'll definitely invite you in, because I'm rooting for you guys. 2 weeks. I'm rooting for Brady, and I'll always be a Brady man.
All right, man. I'm happy to hear that. I know that's where a lot of our jersey sales have increased because of that, man.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are there's celebrate. My friend Bradley, he actually is a part of my channel. He said there's fireworks all over the streets tonight due to that big time win today.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that, man. Tyler, man, thank you for coming on this channel and
Yeah.
making those great points. And everybody follow Tyler's channel. It is Pat's Nation Commentary. He has 188 subscribers. So you grew 2 in a matter of seconds. So you came to the right channel to get a nice little plug in, man.
Yeah, you have a good day, and yeah, I'll see you later.
All right, man. You have a good night. Stay safe. All right, everyone. As you know, this was the post-game, NFC Championship post-game, post-locker room talk. I said this at the end of the regular season, at the end of my other video, when we celebrated that we were the 5th seed going into this. We are in the Super Bowl. I said it then. I'll say it again because it's official. We are in the Super Bowl. This is it. Everything we did in the offseason, all the moves, all the punches, the bruises, blood, sweat, tears, frustration, as not only Bucs fans, but just this team. This is it. We are back in the Super Bowl, hosting it at home, and we're playing the defending champs. The postseason was not easy, but we've overcome great teams, great quarterbacks. And if you want to come out on the best, you got to beat the best. So why not do it here? Why not do it against the Chiefs who won last year? You feel me? I want to thank all y'all for joining this chat. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to the Bucs gang, Bucs fans, Bucs family all around, my Sea Bandits, the shooters. Fire the cannons tonight. It's Victory Monday tomorrow, and we're preparing for our last home game because it is officially a home game now. It's the Super Bowl. It's where we put in all the chips, and we're banking on that jackpot now. And we have to do this, and we will do this, y'all. It's going to be a hell of a game. Stay tuned for the channel. I'm ready, and I know y'all are too. But let's enjoy this win. Go on to Victory Monday tomorrow, and just stay tuned for the commentary, the hate, the love. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. This is Travis signing out. Thank y'all for tuning in to BucosLocker. Go Bucs. Raise the flags and fire the damn cannons.